Hello, thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Regan Gallo. Laura is off today, and we're getting right to our field crews this afternoon. We have Allison Martinez live at Shadle Park High School now, getting ready to hear from officials about resources for impacted fire victims. Allison, what are you expecting from this briefing here in the next hour?
Regan, we're really hoping for clarity here. People who lost everything in the Spokane complex fires are trying to navigate everything from finding their next change of clothes to figuring out how they can apply for federal assistance. We're hoping to get answers to those questions and much more in just an hour. We're expecting to see leaders from the city, from the county, from law enforcement agencies, all right here. They'll be gathering just beyond these doors. We are expecting to hear more about help available for fire victims and evacuees. A community resource website is live right now at SpokaneCountyResources.org, so you can look for support from any location. We're also hoping to learn when the Disaster Assistance Center here at Shadle Park should officially open. The goal of all of this is to simplify things for families navigating the often confusing roadmap for recovery. Officials tell us that these resources will be available right here at Shadle Park High School for as long as they are needed, but keep in mind the first day of school is just a few weeks away. We'll be getting much more information in just about an hour, and we'll be sure to update you with all the latest. You can tune in right here on KREM and on KREM 2 on that streaming app. Reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez.
Thank you so much, Allison. An update to this hour. Officials are sharing that yesterday, no drones flew in fire areas. This matters because when drones do fly through those zones, aircraft can't. And when firefighting aircraft are grounded, that means there's more time for those fires to grow.
Another successful thing we had yesterday, 0 drone incursions over the fire. Outstanding. We were able to keep our aerial assets up all day long. Another element of why we were so successful. So just want to say thank you to the public, and just remind them that we do have a federal FBI task force here. They have been authorized to bring drones down now if they are over the area. They have 4 radar systems set up around the perimeter, so please give us the grace to let us do our jobs, and thank you again. 0 drone incursions yesterday.
This stands as a reminder that the FAA is handing drone violators $100,000 fines, and criminal charges are possible too. Now, a live look outside. Jenny, it looks like that smoke is still lingering. I know you said we might see some positive impacts later on, maybe it moving out, but it still might be too early to tell just yet. What are you seeing as we head into later this week?
Yeah, Regan, taking a look at the forecast, we are going to remain under a weather impact alert where today and tomorrow the focus is going to be on the unhealthy air quality that we are experiencing. Then our focus is going to shift to some elevated winds for this upcoming weekend. But as we take a look across the maps here, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene has been getting a little bit of a relief here. We've got unhealthy for some sensitive groups for the areas that are shaded in orange, but we're still experiencing some widespread unhealthy air quality conditions toward the central part of the state, where parts of the Okanagan Valley, Omak area, also just north of Wenatchee, have even been seeing some pockets of hazardous air quality conditions. So that is going to be the concern as we move forward. Taking this live look outside, we can still see that smoke and haze blanketing the Spokane skyline. 81 degrees is our current temperature, and winds have been fairly calm, 4 miles per hour sustained. So that's been great news when it comes to the local firefighting efforts across the region. We're experiencing these lighter winds, but with these lighter winds comes the more stagnant smoke over much of the inland northwest. And so that's why we still have these widespread air quality alerts in place, actually until further notice. As we move forward through the rest of the day and even into tonight, conditions will be dry. Winds remain light. They do shift in direction a little bit, coming out of the southwest here by this evening after temperatures climb even a little bit hotter than where we were at yesterday. We're looking at highs in the low 90s for the Spokane area. California. So moving forward, our eyes are going to be on Friday and Saturday for the risk of some elevated winds. The full timing of this in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at some of the latest evacuations, though, and what we have information-wise for you, because parts of the Old Trails fire that was previously under a level 3 evacuation has been downgraded to a level 2 evacuation, and that includes the areas just north of Airway Heights. We've also seen that north of West Francis Avenue, but still south of 5 Mile Prairie Road. Taking a look at Stevens County, we still have these widespread level 3 go now evacuations in place all the way up north to Wild Rose Road. And a reminder that Highway 291 is still closed in Stevens County because of fire activity. Also, it goes up to South Swenson Road, where from Highway 299 or 291 for South Swenson Road all the way up north to Juergens is also closed because of fire activity. Regan?
Jenny, all good information to know for the public today. And altogether, the Spokane Area Fires have burned more than 10,500 acres. So let's look at the specifics between the two fires crews are still working to stop progress on. We have updated containment numbers for the Old Trails fire on the northwest side of Spokane. That fire now 13% contained. It has burned more than 3,600 acres, and fire officials this morning do sound optimistic about the work crews are doing on that fire. And then the Autumn Lane fire up in the 9 Mile area is the largest of the three. It's burned about 5,800 acres. This fire also 13% contained as of this morning, and emergency services are asking for people to stay off Rudder Parkway. And obviously good news with those containment lines. We do have meteorologist Kim Castro telling us about the weather conditions today as they continue to be favorable as crews mop things up. She reports from the area of the Autumn Lane fire.
So why did containment on the Autumn Lane fire take so long? You can see from this home that I'm standing in, this was an erratic fire when it started, very violent winds, behavior that was difficult to contain. You could even see the dozer that was trying to protect this home engulfed in the flames. Now fire crews are using the weather to their advantage. Now that the winds have relaxed, during the early morning hours, there's a thick inversion. You can see the blanket of smoke that allows the flames to stay low to the ground. Firefighters use this to establish a line, a perimeter, to get that containment. And during the afternoon hours, as the sun starts to heat up, that inversion, that layer of stable air that keeps the smoke trapped breaks, but they're able to use a different strategy at that point. Instead of working so closely on the ground, they'll start to use the water. So pick up some of the water from the lake and do water drops, not only on the active flames, but some of the hot spots that are still smoldering around people's homes. This is going to be a strategy that is imperative, especially as we work towards the weekend and those winds are expected to pick up. To combat those additional weather elements, 2,000 firefighters will be here by this coming Friday.